We gotta stop putting mature, healed female and males in the same category as unhealed, immature female and males. Like, that's not even fair. They are not the same group of people. When we are addressing our issue with one group, we should be more specific of these folks because we're getting it confused. We're getting it twisted. These are two separate groups of individuals and peoples. For now on, when we are addressing our concerns, we have to make sure that we are identifying the group that we are talking about or mentioning, just so that we don't cause any more confusion. Everyone isn't the problem, but it is a specific group that is. I've noticed when you're immature, you don't realize you're immature until you heal, you evolve, and actually mature to see that you was immature this whole time. You have to actually heal and mature to look back and see that you wasn't mature this whole time. That whole time you thought you was mature because you was a certain age and you thought you was grown. You realize that I wasn't as mature as I thought I was. You will only reach this level until you heal and actually mature. It's like a revelation. Let me be the one to say it's levels and it's a difference. Huge difference. Now I can see clear what part I played in my relationships failing or not working out. I can see even relationships, situationships, or whatever shifts that was going on. I see what role that I played in. At first, you don't see what you're doing wrong until you reflect and you really start taking accountability. You see that, oh yeah, I see what I did or what I could have did better. And then you think about it like, damn. But thank God I'm at a point where I can genuinely say that I get it now. I get it now. It's better to get it late than never. That's what I believe. For instance, it was this guy that I dated that could have potentially been my husband. If we would have worked out, that would have probably been my husband. No cap. I respected him, listened to him because he was in his masculine energy. Probably a little bit too much, but I don't think that's a such thing. That's neither here or there. He led, I followed. He made it easy for me to be in my feminine energy because he was in his masculine energy. He played his role very well. And I salute that man for that. Respect. His biggest issue with me was me being around dudes and wearing certain things, like certain outfits. This was when I was a rapper, I was an artist. It came with me dressing a certain way and with me, being around a lot of people. And most of them people were male artists. Networking, studios, he didn't like it. But he met me like that. He met me going to the studio. He met me dressing this way. So when we got together, it really didn't sit well with him, especially when he wasn't around. He didn't mind me wearing certain things when I was with him, but when I wasn't with him, it was a big deal. I couldn't see it from his perspective then, but now as I mature and grow, I get it. Like, what man want his woman around all these niggas that's dressed in a certain way? Like, nobody want that for real. But I couldn't see it then. I used to always tell him, like, you met me like this, that's where we clashed. We clashed there. That's where we had clashed. But now I understand where he was coming from as a man. Any man that let his woman go out anyway, any man that let his woman just, do all this craziness and they don't say nothing about it. Like, do they really like you? Do they really love you? Do they really care for you? You got to think about that. Like, I respect him for bringing that to my awareness and addressing it as a concern. A lot of people, they don't be meaning you no good and they let you, crash and burn and not say nothing. Just watch you do it. So I do respect him for that. And another bonus thing that stood out to me with this individual was he was raised in a two-parent household. Both of his parents were actively married. So his moral belief system was totally different than mine. I loved his belief system and how he operated in partnership. It was dope. I loved it. It was something new to me. It was foreign to me. A lot of things that concern him I didn't see as concerns because I was still young minded growing up, still immature. Just to be fair, he was older than me. Just to be fair. Not that much older than me, but he was older than me. But that doesn't negate the fact that I was young minded, immature, and I didn't give a care. I did not care. Like, I genuinely didn't care what he was talking about. But now looking back, I appreciate him for addressing them concerns, for letting me know that it was inappropriate the way that I was dressing, and he didn't like it. He didn't want me around dudes without him being present, because the man is there to protect you. And just imagine, like, you are to protect your woman, and your woman is around men that you don't know nothing of, and you can't protect them. That puts a man in a vulnerable situation or a predicament. I get it now. After all these years, I get it now. Look how long it took me. So that's why I say immature brains, guys. The problem is immaturity. But I do appreciate him for having genuine care for me and have my best interests at heart, even when I was young and delusional. I'm gonna call it delusional. I was young and delusional because I thought I was grown. I thought I was grown. You know, you think you grown because you're a certain age, and that doesn't make you grown at all, especially if you're immature. Moral of the story is there's way too many unhealed, immature adults that think like kids that are amongst us that needs to grow up now, like right now. And once we accept things for what it really is, I believe we can get a lot further. We can get a lot further in society once we acknowledge that it's a lot of grown people that think like kids. Immature grown people that think like kids. That's what we're dealing with. We in a battle of mature, immature. Not only that, unhealed, immature people. Most people are kids in adult bodies. Their brain never matured, especially if they went through anything traumatic as a kid. They stop growing at that age. Well, they stop growing mentally at that age. It's a revelation I believe that we should all accept just to push forward. We need to get over this hurdle. We have to. We have to grow up, people. We all need to heal and grow up as a collective, as a whole. Maturing don't mean that you have to let your inner child die. That doesn't mean that. Maturing is being on a mental level where you can see things from every perspective. I get it. No one wants to be the adults anymore. I get it. But your inner child don't have to die for you to be a mature individual. Mature individual doesn't mean that the world is over. That just means that you're able to take responsibility, accountability. You're able to handle the tough, hard things and still be able to be free. It ain't really no way around it. We just need to grow up. We need to grow up mentally, okay? We need to grow up mentally. We need to wise up. We need to mature. And one way that I know for certain that will get you there is to build a relationship with God. I didn't say join a religion or anything. Just get into the Word and start building a relationship with God. God will grow you up. God will give you the knowledge and the wisdom that you need. And we all need to get there. We all need to get there. Like now.